time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Well, a dry finish to the week on this Friday here in central and eastern Kentucky. Of course, the comfort level determined by location, that drier air working about as far south as the I-64 corridor. Mainly dry as we kick off the weekend. Going to heat things up across the board. Even though we were right around the 90-degree mark here in Lexington, the moisture returns quickly late Sunday as those rain chances ramp up. And it does look like better chances for some much-needed widespread rainfall heading into early next week. Viper radar showing one little lone cell just west of Lake Cumberland there. What's happened is that boundary that moved through yesterday checked up along the Kentucky-Tennessee border, and the drier air, as mentioned, only making it about as far south as the I-64 corridor, and then the boundary's buckling back across southwest Kentucky, so that's helping to fuel a few late afternoon storms. Finally beginning to thin the clouds out here in the bluegrass somewhat, but a lot of the day spent dealing with mid to high level cloudiness. You see down south and out to the west, a few afternoon storms firing up. Much more in the way of sunshine. Mount Sterling in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse, 84 degrees. Again, humidity levels not bad from Lexington to Mount Sterling up to Moorhead and northward. Now down at Case County, you see Liberty there. Got some mid-level overcast, and the dew points and humidity levels much higher the farther south that you go. Temperatures topping out into the mid to upper 80s here in the bluegrass, low to mid 80s down south. And check out the gradient from mid 50s drier air Williamstown and Flemingsburg to the muggy feel from Somerset down to Monticello, and quite a difference on either side of where that drier air is kind of set up shop. Lexington out to Jackson points north, eastern part of the Ohio Valley. The big winners today with that east wind pushing in the drier air with high pressure setting over eastern Michigan. That's going to hang tight. Eventually skies will clear across the board after sunset. Should be in good shape overnight. In fact, we'll start things out tomorrow morning, low 60s in most locations, so pretty comfortable. And then another warm to hot afternoon, upper 80s to right around 90. Check out the muggy gas, still in the comfortable zone here in the bluegrass down south, more in the way of humidity, and then everyone gets back in on the act with the muggy air heading into next week. And of course, that is due to the return flow around high pressure, and that is going to aid in the thunderstorm development heading into the day on Sunday later, and more so Monday into Tuesday. In fact, some fairly solid rain chances coming up to begin next week, and of course, we need it. The pattern such that we'll see the moisture and then the upper level flow out of the northwest with some spokes of energy or waves of energy in that northwest flow may actually help to produce some clusters or complexes of thunderstorms. That's a pretty typical pattern late July and early August, and that may produce some heavier rain, maybe even on a widespread basis. If we see upwards of 2 inches even over the next week or so, we'll take it. Given latest drought monitor out yesterday, we are still hanging in the tan shading, including Lexington down to Richmond, Mount Vernon, and over to Danville in that moderate drought. Don't forget the new ABC 36 weather app. Want to download that, just out within the last day or so, getting a lot of downloads. Great features, especially when you are out and about for the weekend with outdoor activities. Lots of nice tools with it, so you want to check that out. Mostly clear later on. Pleasant in the morning, 63 coming up on your Saturday, right at 90 here in Lexington again. Heating up really across the board. The extended forecast here, can't rule out an isolated storm down along the Kentucky-Tennessee border tomorrow, but we really begin to bring the moisture back on Sunday. Solid rain chances Monday, Tuesday, and yes, closing out July and kicking off August later next week. We back the chances down a bit. Temperatures rise into the low 90s.